Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good year so far. Today we are tackling the problem of a leaking brake light, the third brake light in the Ram 1500. So my 2019 was it was probably about 2 months out of warranty when I noticed the water problem. It's garage kept, so it really didn't spend a lot of time out in the water. I never really even looked at the back, to tell you the truth, until we saw the problem on Justin's truck. The day that I happened to notice, it was out in the rain during a storm, and it was leaking pretty bad. So I'm sure it leaked all along. I just never really noticed it. And being out of warranty like a month or two, I went to the dealer and they said that, yeah, they would order a part. It would cost me, a couple $100 for the replacement part and installation. He said that they would probably try to work something out with me to get that done. Still waiting for the parts. I have not heard anything back from the dealer. And it took, like I said, 6 months for Justin to get his part with the thicker seal around here. So a couple different ways from looking at it, that I think this could be leaking through here. This seal is very, I don't know, to me it seems very marginal. In some areas it's very thin. It doesn't look like it's the best seal for this job. Could be, in my opinion, it could be a little thicker, or maybe even a different material, more of like a rubber material versus this looks like more of a foam. And not an expert on gaskets, but maybe it's time to try a different gasket, seeing as how this is an issue for Gen 4s, Gen 5s. I mean, this was brand new and this had a problem. So anyways, it could be leaking from the gasket here. And also you have some screw holes here. There are some really small, screws and washers. I'll take a picture of a close-up on these. But, it could be leaking through these holes here, but I doubt it. I'm sure it's probably just the gasket area. So while I'm waiting for a new light, I'm going to just put a little bit of silicone around the gasket area, or on the top of the gasket itself, just to give it a little bit of extra sealing, and hopefully that kind of takes care of the problem for the meantime. And when the new part comes in, I'll replace it. So we're gonna put the silicone on, and then we're also going to clean the headliner. So I got some kind of carpet and upholstery cleaner. We'll try that, see how it looks, just to see if this works. So I'll let it out in the rain, or wash it a couple times, see if there's water coming in, and we'll go from there. So I skipped the disassembly process, but essentially there's 4 screws. It's real simple to take out. Unscrew these 4, and then you're going to pull. You just got to use a little bit of force to pull that apart. And there is one attachment right there for the connector, and that's it. And you can pull it right apart. Next thing I did was to just kind of clean off this area. I don't know how much you want to take off, but I just kind of cleaned it up. I'm going to clean it up a little bit more with a rag and see if I can get all that kind of dirt and residue off. And then we'll go ahead and put the silicone on the gasket here. Just going to do a little thin bead, not too much, and then put it back on. I'm just using some glass cleaner with a rag, just to kind of moisten it up and clean it off. Seems to work pretty good. Sorry for the noise. Justin's hard at work cleaning all the cars. Comes right off. You probably just use water here if you want. And then just dry it really good. Make sure you got a nice surface. And that's that. So I'm sure this is going to be a pain in the butt once the silicone is on there to get it off. I'm not going to put a lot on, but I'm just going to put a little bit on because I'd rather, spend a little extra time having to take it off later than having more water intrude the cabin at this point. So, like I said, use your own judgment on what you want to do. Some people are actually replacing the seal with like a seal that they can buy at Home Depot. I'm not really a huge fan of that because you do have a seam in the seal somewhere, whether it's on the bottom or top or wherever you have that seam. So if I'm not going to use the factory seal or a new design that the factory provides, I'm going to use a little bit of silicone to just provide that little extra safety there or barrier from the water. So we'll see how it goes. This might not work. We'll see what happens in a couple weeks after it spends some time out in the water. So what I'm using for a sealant is just a Permatex. It's a black adhesive silicone RTV. I use this for the boat and stuff, so it works really good. It's indoor, outdoor stuff, and also has a nice nozzle, so you can put a nice thin bead on here. You don't have to put a huge bead on here at all. So I think this was like $5 or $7 or something at Walmart. Okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna give this a try and see how this goes. Now, you might want to, cut the tip. Like I said, make a small bead. I usually do like a little diagonal, and start with the smaller one. And if it's not big enough, you can always go larger. I don't know if you can see that, but it's still not cut. Here we go. Got a little bit of a tip. Got to figure out a good method of doing this. Okay, so that's not working. It's a little too small. I got to use too much force to get it out. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to have to cut it a little bit bigger. And try not to get this on your hands because this stuff does not come off. I should be using gloves. And yeah, I recommend you use gloves. Coming out okay. I should probably cut it a little bit bigger, but I don't want too much silicone coming out. I'd rather have to use a little bit more force and put up with my shaky hands than put too much silicone on. Like I said, I definitely don't have surgeon's hands. But we're getting through it. Another couple turns, and we'll get through it. A little tough on your hands, for sure. So if you don't mind a little extra silicone, go ahead and cut it bigger, but we're getting there. Okay, just a little bit of cleanup. Got a couple spots here. So that's not bad. I got a little bit of, I got a little spot there on top I gotta fix. Or actually that's the bottom. This is upside down. But I got a little bit of a bead everywhere. And once it's put up against the metal and tightened down, it's all gonna kind of squish together. So let me fix that little spot right there. Okay, so now we're gonna have to go ahead and put it on. When you get all the silicone off your hands and you got the bead run across the top, you're ready to put this thing on. So basically, just gotta turn it over, and we got, like I said, one clip here, goes in like that, and just clip that sucker in. Wait till it clicks. If it doesn't click, it's not in. And then I just dropped it. Not too bad. This should work. All right. So as you can see, got a little bit more in my hands. Just be careful. This is, I guess it's just hard to kind of slide back in. So, like I said, get the clip on first, which is right here. It's clipped. Okay, I'm going to try to hold it in the corners right here. The corners give you kind of the best spot there. And there's like little pilot holes here. So you could use those to kind of line up. There we go. So I got those pilot holes right there. get any silicone off that might be on there. And here we go. I would not use a cordless drill on this. If you put them too tight, you will crack this this the glass on this, so I would not do that. Feels like it's all seated well. I'm trying to apply even pressure up on the top, and the bottom, and the side. Feels okay. I'm just gonna snug them all around. Just until they're snug, and then I will apply more of a pressure. And you basically, it locks. So you can kind of feel when the washer and the screw lock together. So you really can't go much tighter than that. That's it. Not too bad. I mean, it only takes a couple minutes to take this off. You got to get the silicone and clean it off, put the silicone on, and put it back on. If it wasn't taping, I could probably just do it in 10-15 minutes. But it's an easy, simple job. If you don't feel like messing around with the new design that may or may not work. I talked to the dealer, and I asked him, I said, have you had any trucks come back with a new designed rear light with a water leak? And they wouldn't answer me directly. They were kind of giving me the politician response. So, take that with a grain of salt. I don't know if that's going to work or not. So, we'll see. This is an easy fix. Anyone can do it. You don't have to bring a car into the dealer. But we'll see. With that said, I might end up taking it back to a dealer at some point as well. So, and at least get the new light. I'll put it in myself, but at least get the new light from them. So we'll see. All right, so now we got the light all set up. The silicone's on, it's tightened down. You got to keep that out of the water for about 24 hours or so. So I am using this Turtle Wax interior cleaner. It's a multi-purpose cleaner. I'm going to try this and see how it works out. It's a tough spot to get into here, but figure it out. You can see the water stain there. And I'll explain what we're going to do in a second. All right, so I'm going to just spray a little bit of this on a sponge. Whoop, came out a little quick. And I'm just going to kind of work it in. And see what happens. It's a little dry, but like I said, I just want to. I do have a little water bottle, and I could put a little bit more. Get it nice and moistened up a little bit. And I'm going to take this this scrub brush. You can still see it on there. You have this little brush. This is just a little spray bottle with a little warm water I put in. going to put a little bit more of this solution in there. Kind of even it out a little bit. Just trying to get it all kind of worked out. It's a little bit of like it's a fabric, but it's got a weird shape to it. So you gotta kind of, you got like these little nubs in it. So the headliner's got there's a texture to it for sure. So you gotta kind of get in there and kind of go with the grain a little bit, I think, and let's see how that works. Now I'm just going to get a rag and spray it out. All right, so this is a brand new rag, clean, nothing on it. I'm just going to spray just water. I could get a vacuum, but I'm going to try this and see how this works. Don't need to use a vacuum on here. The vacuum could actually put marks and stuff on top of it. It's actually drying up really nice. I don't see any remnants of the watermarks. Very happy with that so far. You can see a little bit of a darker shadow where it's still a little damp. As long as that dries okay, I think we're done. I don't want to put too many more chemicals on there or get a vacuum head on there and actually dirty it up. Check it out, Justin. What do you think? Nice, huh?
Yeah.
Came out, there was a water stain like right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out nice. So, not bad. I'm actually just rubbing it now to dry it a little bit more. But it's a little bit damp still, but not bad at all. I'll put a little fan on it and leave it like that for a couple hours or overnight and see how it comes out. I will update the video on how that comes out. All right, so it's a couple minutes later. Still just a little bit damp, but hopefully that doesn't dry with like a watermark, which I don't think it will, because that's the water I sprayed. It was clean. It's just a little bit of water, but looks a lot better. I don't have that stain, that brown water stain at all. And I'll take another picture or video in a couple hours and kind of update the video before I release it, just to make sure. But basically pretty simple. So thanks for watching our channel today. Hopefully you found the information useful. And what'd you say? Well, useful.
Thanks for watching today.
Thanks for watching.
Check out our website.
Website.
And subscribe. See you in the next video.
So thanks for watching our video today. Hopefully you found it useful. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and check out our website, and we'll see you next time.